Okay, so there's one thing I learned through this whole experience of going through a journey on your own is that I may not be the most popular choice or the top pick person to do what it is that I'm doing, whatever people consider that I'm doing, but nonetheless, everything that I've been through, there's a reason for it. I do believe that. And even the crappy stuff, not to say that that's the best way of going about things to get a person able and ready to do certain things to help other people or help themselves, but it's been a way proven so far. And yeah. Anyways, I'm enjoying myself here regardless of how any of this goes. The whole idea of releasing and surrendering and letting go to things that are out of your control, which would be anything that's not what you say, do, how you act, choices you make, stuff like that, really is quite freeing when you just let things go. Anyways, to get back to what I said, it would seem that a lot of my family did not want me to excel beyond them. I know even when my little brother was doing really well and he tried to tell the family certain things, it just turned into like a competition. There's no appreciation there whatsoever. A lot of it for them is materialistic values and stuff like that. I mean, name brand stuff, the most expensive. Yeah, luxury is nice. Spoil yourself is nice. Take care of yourself is nice. Pamper yourself is nice. Like what I'm doing. It's not perfect, but it's friggin' amazing. And I couldn't ask for anything more. Very grateful for everything that I have. And if I lost it all tomorrow, at least I know that I've done the healing work on myself, that no matter what happens, I'll be okay. Anything that I need, I will have. I can provide for myself. I can take care of myself. And that is value. That is worth as well. It's not just paper money. It's not just the dollar sign. That itself is energy as well. What's your relationship with money? Are you chasing it or are you attracting it? I personally wouldn't care if it went back to the whole trade system. Trade your gifts and abilities, what you create, for others to get what it is that you need, and just have a whole trade system. I don't watch a lot of news or anything, but whatever's happening in the war, there's a reason for everything, regardless of whether or not it's a good reason. People do things because they believe it's right in some messed up way, even the most heinous stuff. Those that have lost touch with themselves and lost their inner child or abandoned their inner child seem to be more on the darker side, and they seem to roll in a way that they are detached emotionally, and their response to other people is cruel because they're detached. They lack that sense of empathy and compassion because maybe they've given up on that ever being because that was not for them. They never were treated with empathy or compassion or any form of respect, really. And so that is something that they've decided as a choice to continue the cycle instead of learn the lesson. It's unfortunate, but I make the decisions for myself and others do that for themselves. And as far as today goes, it almost feels like this is my home away from home for now, and then when I go back, I will be extremely grateful for all that I have. And that's all I can pretty much say when it comes to my family. Anything that they've purposely done, anything that they have purposely done to sabotage me in any way, or to prevent me from achieving what it is that I wish to do in life now that I've pulled away my energy. Anything that they did will come back on them. Not times 10 or anything like that, but it will definitely come back on them. The amount of karma that people rack up, that they have done to other people instead of focusing on themselves, that they have done to sabotage. That they have done to sabotage others instead of focusing on themselves, that will all come back on them. And that includes myself too. If I stoop to their level or play any little games and done stupid little stuff, that comes back here and there. Find myself in situations like, oh, now I know what it feels like, or oh, okay, maybe should have took the higher route or something like that. But ego gets in the way, and it has you playing games with the other children because your inner child wants to play too. And then the ego gets in the way, and you're like, or pride, and you're like, oh, well, if they're going to do this, I'm going to do that. So you almost feel compelled to play the games that they set up for you. But you don't have to. It's a choice. Choices truly is the only thing we have control over, is ourselves. And no matter what happens, I am going to get this painting done. If you could see it behind me, it's coming along nicely. And I learned that if you air out the bottom underneath, it's not as damp and it's not as cold. But you can see it's all wood chips. It's nice for drainage. It's a really good idea. And I'm going to start the fire so I can make a tea. Take care of yourself first.